Noah, Matt McGavick with Sports Illustrated. I know it was just an exhibition, but how did it feel to get back out there against an actual opponent for the first time since you were at Florida?
Man, it felt really good. You growing up as a kid. I mean, just getting out there and playing. I mean, is always the best feeling. Being able to compete against other guys. I mean, we've been playing against each other probably for, I don't know, like 6 months. I mean, I couldn't wait until to play against someone else for sure.
No, I have a question about transferring and the new transfer rule that enables players to play without sitting out. I'm curious if you would have transferred if you had to sit out, and secondly, what effect do you think that could have on college basketball?
I mean, it definitely would have been a harder decision for me to transfer if I didn't know that rule. I mean, it definitely, when I knew the rule was, I mean, I could do it. I mean, it was like night and day. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go make that decision. But I couldn't give you an answer if I would have done it or not. I mean, I don't really know. But I mean, with the whole rule, I mean, I feel like it's a good rule. I mean, but then also it couldn't, because I mean, some guys that are freshmen, I mean, like kids in high school, I mean, they a lot of different colleges going to the transfer portal and look for guys, and I mean, guys that are coming in as freshmen, I mean, might not get the, I don't know, the time or certain things that they expected because of transfers coming in, being able to play right away. So I mean, I feel like it's good for the transfer, but like guys that are coming in as freshmen is not really ideal.
Noah, people see the stats and they think of you as a three-point shooter. You hit a lot of threes at Florida.
Yeah.
Can you kind of discuss your defense, the pride you take in your defense, and how impactful of a defender you think you can be, especially with your reach and able to get in some passing lanes?
Yeah, I feel like I can be a really good defender. I mean, it's definitely a different system of defense here. I mean, we play a lot in the gaps, clogging up the paint. When I was at Florida, we played a little bit more extensive in the gap. I mean, a little bit of the rules that we had at Florida was different on the defensive end. So, me being there for 3 years and defense being such a stern thing there, I mean, I get back to like some old habits that aren't really accepted here. But I mean, I feel like I'm getting much better. I feel like I can be a really good defender. And I mean, just working at it every day, just learning the system much more every day. I mean, it's what's going to help me.
Yeah, hi, Noah. Rick Bozich from WDRB. You were on a good team last year at Florida. This seems to be a very deep team with a lot of talent. How would you describe the competition for playing time here as compared to maybe the way it was at Florida?
I would say it's about the same. I mean, when I was at Florida, I mean, it was a thing where, he's playing the best guys, and I mean, he explained that all the time, and I mean, it was a lot of competition with us. I mean, it got to the point deeper in the season where the lineups got shorter. I mean, it wasn't always 14 guys playing, but I mean, I feel like it'll be the same here. I mean, who's ever producing the best, I mean, we get the most time, so. Yeah, I would say it's about the same.
Jody Dillon with Cardinal Authority. We've heard a lot about the pace of the offense, or the pace of the system. What was it like to go against another opponent? Because in the red-white game, you guys were split up. You got some breaks out there. What was it like the other night, and how was the film review, I guess, after that game?
No, I felt like it was. I mean, we got to be able to see like if our stuff in practice, like our pace, like actually works. I mean, we got to see that, if we run the floor as hard as we can, I mean, we'll have the other team pretty tired. And I feel like we're in really good shape right now because of all the running we've been doing, playing in the system. And I feel like it was great to be able to see it all, in Vamp and like, against a different team.
Tim Sullivan with the Courier-Journal. I wonder if you could compare the experience of being in the transfer portal to being recruited at a high school. Was it more intense, less?
I would just say like the time. Like, I mean, I had less time to make a decision, and I felt like the difference between it was that my priorities, what I really wanted, I knew what I wanted. I knew what it was that I wanted. I mean, when I was coming out of high school, I mean, I wanted to go to a school that was, you know, a high major school. I mean, I was paying a lot of attention to like the facilities. They had real nice facilities and all that stuff. Like that was an actual factor, and like the school in general. But when I was making this decision here, like, I mean, my main priority was to coach in basketball. I mean, that was the biggest thing for me, and I feel like that was the biggest difference. Just knowing that I can have a coach that I trust, and you know, having a team that, you know, I'm able to play the game that I want to play.
Ken Spencer, WHAS 11. Noah, you had a pretty good idea that your game would fit this offensive system, but you probably don't know until you go against somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, after what happened the other night, I mean, how does your game fit into this system, and do you still feel pretty good about it?
Yeah, no, I feel really good about it. I mean, I like the pace that we're playing at. I mean, I like that, you know, we get out and try to score early in the clock. I mean, I like that, you know, everybody has freedom. Well, pretty much everyone has freedom to, you know, get the ball and go. I mean, I feel like I have a lot of opportunity. I mean, there's a lot of different sets that we have that are, you know, for me to get shots, for me to make plays, and stuff like that. And I just feel like I'm in a really good position.
Hayes Gardner with the Courier-Journal. No, you mentioned some of the differences in defense at Florida versus Louisville, some of the habits that have changed. Specifically, what has been different about the way y'all play defense here versus Florida?
So we play gap help a lot here, and we did at Florida too. But I mean, it's very deep. It's like a real deep gap. Like we want to clog up the paint a lot. Like we were like higher in the gap at Florida. We played, you know, more. I wouldn't say is more aggressive. Well, no, I probably would say it's more aggressive. Like we played more like it wasn't a deny, but it was higher up in the gap. And I would say, you know, with our you know, ball screen defense was a little different. The way we, you know, guarded, like the big wouldn't like jump out on it. Like he'd like just stay in front of it, and then the guys that are, you know, within like the back line, like it was a different like location you had to be in. Like it's just a few different things. And our transition defense was much different. Like it's very specific ways that, I mean, I would have to explain, but no, it was definitely a difference that it was. Yeah.